What are you doing?
I feel like some stories just write themselves.
I guess we're gonna have a home birth in a hurricane.
Yeah. So we'll fill everybody in on the hurricane part in a minute, but maybe explain your thoughts on deciding to do home birth.
Maybe we should just show them after this contraction.
Okay, you having some contractions? Yeah. So contractions stopped upstairs. Now we've moved down to a different room, and then there's more contractions.
Okay. So this is our second baby if you're new to the channel. A home birth actually was not my original game plan. What I had originally thought we were going to be doing was a birthing center. But then our birthing center that is close to our home in St. Petersburg, Florida, closed down. And the only closest center is about 45 minutes from here, which is a really long way. So after talking with our doula that we used for our first pregnancy, we decided that a home birth would make sense. And the more I have learned about home birth since then, the more excited I am about this. Bless our really unfortunate hurricane problem. So as you can see, we've got our bedroom kind of set up for the day. I guess Dee can walk you around and kind of show you what we've got going on here. Before embarking upon this experience, one of my biggest questions was if you're gonna do a home birth, like how do you prep for that? We've hired an amazing midwife here in Tampa Bay. Her name is Cheryl, which I'm sure you'll get to meet her later. But she basically gives you a full plan on exactly what to do. So for example, one of the things that we had to prep was the bed. So to prep the bed, we literally have a mattress cover, the very bottom, and then we have a set of sheets that we're planning on using after the baby is born. And then there's another mattress cover on top of that, and then the set of sheets that you actually see. So there's like a plan for almost everything. And that's also what these are for over here too. These are what they call like Chuck's pads, like you throw them out, they're medical. Because, well, if you're watching this, you probably are already aware that a birth is not completely mess-free, so you have to plan for that in ways that honestly are really similar to what you would have at a hospital or a birthing center setting. So yeah.
More contractions?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know it's game time.
So in addition to the rest of the craziness of this story, I'm actually past my due date. And in the state of Florida, if you are past your due date, in order to stay in the care of a midwife, you have to get an ultrasound at 41 weeks. And so for me, that's tomorrow, but the person who can do my ultrasound is going out of town. So we booked it for today. And even though I'm having contractions that are pretty significant, as you can see, I've still got to go and get that ultrasound because as of tomorrow, if I haven't already given birth, technically I need that paperwork to stay in the care of my midwife. So I've already talked to her. It's only 20 minutes away, which means probably won't be a very comfortable ride. But we're gonna go, we're gonna get the ultrasound so that if I don't have the baby today, then we'll be in the clear with the state of Florida for staying in midwifery care for a home birth. So feels a little crazy, but it is is just part of what I have to do to be able to do a home birth, which is totally gonna be worth it, but probably an uncomfortable car ride. Oh. That has to be such a lovely camera angle, honey. So I just talked to my midwife to confirm that she felt like we still needed to go to this ultrasound because of the fact that there's a hurricane coming and there's all sorts of weird pressure. There is the possibility that I'm not actually in labor yet, and then it's just messing with my body. So if we don't get this today, it means that the alternative would be tomorrow I would have to go to a hospital and get this ultrasound done in the middle of an actual hurricane. So we're gonna go, we're gonna get it done. It's gonna be peaceful and uneventful, but we're bringing towels just in case it's not. How are you feeling about all this, Mr. Fernandez?
The timing could not be better. That's how I feel about all of it. There's a meme online with a dog sitting at his desk, and the entire office is on fire. And the meme just says, "It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine."
How could I forget? Where's Dash? If you've been following along with our channel, you know we also have a 2.5-year-old. He's with our nanny, who is taking care of him while we figure out what's going on today.
As with all home births, hospital is always a plan B. There are two main hospitals around here that we have as an option. The first choice would be Tampa General. Now, because of the storm and because of its location or proximity to the water, Tampa General started building a barrier around the hospital that is 10 feet in height, beginning a day or two ago. So they're kind of barricaded in.
For storm surge purposes.
For storm surge protection, yeah. So if we're unable to cross the bridge we're on now, that we just shot some video of, just because of winds and choppy water, then the other option is in St. Pete, where Dash was born. So we have two options for hospitals, both excellent options. There if we need them.
I'd love for the option, if we needed it, to be Tampa General, because it is actually a baby-friendly hospital, so it's more friendly to moms who want to do a natural birth, which is part of the whole home birth thing. Obviously, we don't have epidurals at home, so my goal is for this to be a completely unmedicated birth, which is what I did with Dash, so not completely like in the dark on how this works here. But that being said, this bridge does close often when we have even just like tropical storms, so if it really does end up becoming a hurricane and hitting close enough, the odds are probably pretty high that this bridge won't be open. Told you this drive was going to be fun. Alright, made it to the ultrasound place. Had 4 contractions over the 20-minute time span, which means that I'm averaging about 5 minutes in between each one, which is solid, except that, well, now we're not home anymore. So hoping that this stays really chill, we can get this ultrasound done and get back home, because it'd be great for our baby to come today. Okay, good news, ultrasound cleared. He's breathing great. My fluid looks awesome, so now we just need to get back home in a hurry.
Spoiler alert, we just had the ultrasound. First off, people are driving like crazy because of the storm, so I'm looking forward to getting off the road. But no surprise, we got to see baby's profile, and yet again, it looks like this one has Lauren's nose. So I think Lauren's gonna be 2 for 2 on the nose at least, and we'll see about everything else when this thing comes out. Most likely today.
Good news, we made it home with no events. Really, really happy to be back.
How you feeling? Oh. Means we're getting closer.
I'm feeling happy about not having to take a 45-minute drive to the nearest birth center or the hospital. It's really nice and quiet in here. So, perks. Whew. But the midwife is on her way. I called her a few minutes ago to give her a heads up that we were back from the ultrasound. She caught me in the middle of a longer contraction and she was like, I think I'm gonna come over. You sound a little different. So she should be here in approximately 30 minutes. So that's exciting.
Now, I know the biggest question you have is what did Dada do to prepare, right? Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. So I started this morning out with a quick run around the lake because, you know, gotta get those miles in. And then I made sure that we were adequately stocked with coffee because, you know, you never know how long those nights are gonna go. So picked up some coffee from our favorite place to get beans in St. Pete, Peridecco. They roast their own beans. So yummy. So yeah, that's exactly what Dada did to prepare. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we've got the easy part in this process. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, back to your regular programming of Lauren working on giving us another human to take on our journeys.
This is my incredible midwife, Cheryl. She is the owner of Circle of Life Midwifery, and she is a goddess. While I'm working on breathing through my contractions and enjoying some cool air, Cheryl is actually filling up the birthing tub, which, well, is what it sounds like.
You can do it.
Sound like you're getting close to wanting to get in the tub.
Anything you want to share about this experience?
So we are filling up the birthing tub. This is definitely more relaxing than at the hospital. To be honest, I really didn't know much about water births before this experience. I'd heard that it helped with pain reduction, but when I got in this tub, it was next level incredible. If you're interested, you can go and search on YouTube and find out a million things about water births, but true story, this made my experience even more incredible. This is my wonderful doula, Dee Pullen. If you're gonna have a home birth, a doula is a requirement. Don't know anything about them? Research it. Trust me.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Did your world just change? Completely. This is a good part. He says, you gotta convince me of that.
Say hello to Mr. Jett James. What do you hear? Dash. Do you hear baby Jett? What do you hear?
That was Bella.
That was Bella.
She did that.
Well, we got a baby.
You did it. You did it, Laura.
As crazy as this sounds, this is the calm before the storm, as Hurricane Helene will hit in less than 24 hours from now. But that's a story for next week. Until then, my friend, make sure you wander local, because as you know, it's good for the soul.
You want to cover yourself like baby Jett? Yeah? What do you think, buddy? Is he tiny? Is he so tiny? Yeah? He's so tiny. Look at his little head.